KevG weather overview, looking at the latest radar off of Weather Underground, and it shows a lot of precipitation in the central and eastern part of the United States. We have everything. We're running from rain to ice to snow to everything in between. We even have severe weather across Louisiana and Alabama. But this is just basically an old frontal boundary, and waves of low pressure are riding along the front, and with plenty of moisture that's available, that's what you get. And this is stretching from hundreds of miles. And toward the coast where we are, it's warm enough to be raining. And what will happen is that over time, the cold air will press in by tomorrow afternoon, but it won't be in time to really give parts of the city, Long Island, and coastal New Jersey much problems. But as you get inland, when you get more than a tenth of an inch of ice, that's where it could be dangerous. And this is the National Weather Service expected ice accumulation. And anything in the orange is over a tenth of an inch of ice. And that could lead to some power problems. It could lead to obviously some slick roads. Once you get under a tenth of an inch of ice, it's still formidable, especially on the side streets and with the temperatures really coming down in the afternoon tomorrow. So watch out for these icy spots, particularly north and west of the city, as we see this front gradually move through. And as it does so, cold air is going to start to pour in. In the meantime, it's raining here, and that's eating away at the snowpack. So look for localized flooding on the streets because of the melting ice, the melting snow and the rain coming in. So this is a decent amount of rain we're going to be getting over the next 18 to 24 hours. And this is off of the NAM model. Now, as we get to about 8 o'clock in the morning tomorrow, the bulk of the rain is still over us, still pushing east, but that cold air starts to gradually bleed down. And by the time we're at 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon, areas north and west of the city still have enough precip where we could see freezing rain on contact of surfaces. That's where the temperature is going to be below 32 degrees. So you may see liquid rain falling, but it could be freezing on contact in the areas that the National Weather Service has outlined in ice. So that's a dangerous situation, especially if you're driving and you're caught off guard. Temperatures from this point on are going to start to plummet, and we're going to see temps in the teens tomorrow. So after highs being in the 40s all day today and even in the morning, we're going to see our temperatures just plummet for tomorrow night, and then we're going to be in the teens for tomorrow night into Saturday morning. So there's going to be residual icy spots in the areas most favored to get it, again, north and west of the city. And then it's a cold, dry weekend with big high pressure building in. I don't see a lot of storminess for next week, at least initially. Here we are out to Tuesday. There's a low pressure system moving well off the coast. That doesn't bother us. And temperatures starting to moderate between Monday and Wednesday. Now, the temperatures across our area basically look like this. These highs for tomorrow are going to happen in the morning with temperatures around 40, but basically falling temperatures throughout the day with that front creeping in and rain turning to freezing rain and ice, especially north and west. But for the city, the precipitation should be cutting off by the time we go below 32. And then for Saturday, you can see much colder with highs around only 28. And we'll have a stiff northwest wind early in the morning, moderating temps a little bit by Sunday as the winds try to relax a little bit. And then by Monday, we're hitting 40. And then for Tuesday, basically the same with highs around 40. So those icy spots north and west in the areas that the Weather Service has outlined are going to be something that you should really pay attention to, especially from mid-morning through late afternoon and into the evening for the areas north and west where you can get a tenth of an inch of ice. Close to the Connecticut coast, it's less, but still in those areas that were outlined by the Weather Service, you definitely want to try to be very careful as you're driving along, especially from mid-morning Friday through mid to late afternoon.